you may have heard, but there was a massive earthquake in Taiwan.
Yes.
And it happened on the 3rd, right? And it was insane. It was 7.5 on the Richter scale.
It was wild.
You know?
Yeah, we talked to a lot of our friends that live there, and they were shaken all the way on the west coast.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So this was in Hualien, which is one of our favorite spots to
Yeah.
go when we go to Taiwan.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty iconic image. You know, you see this
爸爸不要
building.
太靠近，你退后。
By,
Told them not to get close,
Yeah.
back up.
by the way, that building, they looks like they're rescuing it. You know, it's
Yeah.
all tilted over. They've got workers
Taiwan's
there.
awesome.
They're busy like jacking it
Yeah.
back up. They're going to level
Yeah.
it out and sort out the foundation.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, okay. If it was me, I'd be like, that's done. Demolish that. No.
Leave it up.
Yeah, get it back
stood.
up.
It
Yeah.
almost stood, kind
Yeah.
of.
It's like the Leaning Tower of Hualien.
Yes.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
go see it. I saw it, by the way. I should have included this. When I would go on motorcycles, I've done the island like 6 times at this point. I used to go through earthquake hit regions that were hit maybe a couple weeks before, and there were whole buildings that were just like in the ground coming out like perpendicular.
Yeah.
It was crazy to ride by that stuff
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it gets hit by crazy earthquakes.
Yeah. Now, the thing about this massive earthquake that hit is that, well, of course, it was devastating. I don't know what the death toll is. Can you maybe look it up?
Oh, right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's updating all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's only like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But of course, this was incredibly scary. We had some scary clips. We didn't put them in, but there were some scary things about cars bouncing on the highway and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff.
Death toll is currently at 12, I believe.
12.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is a lot, but again, it just shows you that how prepared Taiwan is. Now, here's a scene that's worth sharing. Is inside the hospital, the nurses, rather than run away, they stayed to make sure that the infants were safe. You know, the newborns.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and
Look
of
at that
course,
beautiful scene.
yeah, and successfully. You know,
Yeah.
there were no injuries, and as you
Look
know,
at that teamwork.
yeah, when you've got an earthquake at that magnitude, 7.5, it's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
With 12 deaths.
That's nuts.
It's
7.4,
nuts.
yeah.
7.4. When the Sichuan earthquake hit, which was what, 8? Was that 8?
Yeah.
There's like hundreds of thousands of people died.
It was
was-
no one knows because it was completely
Yeah.
but it
yeah.
was crazy. It was an 8, yeah.
Yeah, it's just insane how many people died under that, just because of the lack of preparation and the construction and things like that. It was terrible. So anyway, here's the thing that came out of it. Number one, the absolute disgusting celebration we saw on Chinese social media.
Yeah.
Mainland Chinese social media were just celebrating the hell out of this. You know, saying, yes, they deserve it, and like more
Of course,
and better.
there was
and,
people that said the
yeah,
opposite of
but the fact that that's
yeah.
even a thing.
And it was a fairly popular thing.
Yeah, the
was
fact that
around.
that's a thing, it shouldn't be that. You know, society in general usually curbs that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and will stop that sort of behavior and call people out. But in China, it's not called out, so therefore it's endorsed.
Yes.
So you had huge amounts of people going online celebrating the earthquakes in China.
I mean, probably the craziest thing wasn't even that.
Yeah, I think the craziest thing was the fact that China, because you know, like the rest of the world was like offering condolences and saying like,
Obviously,
you know,
that's what you do,
this
right?
is terrible. You know, we hope you get through this tough time. And China's like, thanks, guys. Yeah, we'll do.
They said thank you
On behalf
of
of-
Taiwan.
They took the credit.
Yes.
They were like,
They're
yeah.
like China's Taiwan, thanks you.
So nothing happened in China. Okay, there was no earthquake. Yeah, we had crazy storms and just people blowing out of buildings and stuff. But there wasn't an earthquake in China. Earthquakes in Taiwan. The UN and other, you know, big organizations and international bodies were like, we send our condolences
Yes.
to this earthquake, Taiwan. And China like steps in and is like, oh, thank you. Oh, we appreciate that.
One thing is when I did go on Weibo this morning,
Yeah.
looking at some of this response, there was pushback in mainland from mainlanders about this that said that's absolutely ridiculous. Because even if those people, there are some people that say yes, Taiwan is a part of China,
Yeah.
but to do this so overtly, they said it was really gross.
It's
so there were
stupid.
people that said this.
Judy's
is
not your
outlandish.
girlfriend,
No.
man. It's literally like, what the hell?
No,
It's, yeah, I mean, that's just the mentality we're dealing with here.
Judy's not your girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Merch soon.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Taiwan on Thursday condemned China as shameless after Beijing's deputy ambassador to the United Nations thanked the world for its concern about a strong earthquake on the island.
He's so mad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so. if you guys don't know the conflict that's involved here, it's so insulting.
Yeah.
To have a deputy ambassador do that at a state level.
Yeah.
Not some internet who cares about internet comments?
Yeah.
And deputy ambassador.
Yeah, we're talking top level government here. Isn't it just pathetic?
Unbelievable.
It is. It's that whole Judy's not your girlfriend.
Judy's
thing.
not your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sorry, China.
Yeah, exactly. As much as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Don't take credit.
Yes.
Ugh. Anyway, so that grossness out of the way, I just wanted to remind everyone that this is the man who killed more Chinese people than any foreign invader.
It's true. Tens of millions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just a little reminder.
Just a reminder. Yeah, it's like let's blow it at the same time.
They took prayer out of school. They let pornography rule, saying racism's cool and Christ is a fool. That's what they say in school. And then the fat lady sang. I'm sorry to laugh at that, but that is so awkward.
It's very awkward.
When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs.